Hi Puddins, my name is Sade Page, also known as What Page Is It? And today I am happy to announce new Comic Book Wednesday! Comic books are finally getting released again. Now, not all comic book publishings are releasing. All I know is that I've seen some IDWs, DC I know is publishing, and I don't know if Marvel really is too much when it comes to comic books. I haven't really seen too much, but we are going to share, oh, and also Image is doing some. So they're not as heavily produced as they used to be pre-quarantine, but we still get some, which is very exciting and way better than nothing. And we get to help support our favorite comic book shops. So today I'm going to share with you a few that I found very interesting that I want to get / add to my pull list / let me hit up my local comic shop and see if they have it available. I don't know 100% if all shops are getting them. I don't know if you can only get them online. Again, I mentioned in a previous video about no free New Comic Book Day. Boom Studios does have on their website where you can search your local comic book shops and see who is open, who you're able to still order comic books from. So make sure you check that out for your local shops and support them. First, we have a graphic novel called Talking to Strangers. Now, I love listening to murder podcasts, as morbid as that is, so when I saw that this graphic novel is about cults, I'm kind of very intrigued by this and I want to know what's happening, but the storyline goes, Talking to Strangers is a true story of Marianne Boucher's experience in a cult, where she was subjugated from brainwashing techniques that took away her freedom and took over her mind. Told in a mesmerizing graphic form novel with vivid text and art, Marianne shares her tales of the frightening experience of a frightening spiritual abusive leader and how she eventually, and I'm pretty sure painfully, pulled herself out. Next is Jim Henson's Storyteller number 2. Now, I didn't know there was a number 1, so now I gotta backtrack and find that out. But story number 2 is about a young woman turns to black magic that's promised to give the caster wealth, power, and beauty unlike any other human. When the spell turns on its caster, she must learn to deal with the consequences of magic. Next is Doctor Who, the 13th Doctor. I guess it's season 2, number 4. With the 10th and 13th Doctors finally together, they might actually stand a chance to survive the swinging 60s. But with weeping angels surrounding the TARDIS, and Auden's not far behind, temporal paradoxes might be the least of their worries. This is the climatic conclusion to the first arc of the 10th and 13th Doctor series of this. Next is my homegirl, Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Volume 2, number 14. Kendra the Vampire Slayer and an all-new Scooby Gang must defend Sunnydale from the aftershocks of the Hellmouth, and also a new threat that feels very familiar to them. But can they fill the void left behind by Buffy? I don't know. And will this issue answer what exactly happened to Buffy? We need answers. Hello. Another comic that I forgot to mention that's out today as well is Star Wars The Clone Wars Battle Tales number 1, and it's illustrated by Derek Charm, who is a really great artist as well. And last but not least, which is the reason I got into comics in the first place, Snot Girl Volume 3 is finally out. I am super excited. I've been obsessed with Snot Girl since the day I first found it. I'm even wearing the shirt. Like, I'm a devoted fan. I'm obsessed with them. Within Volume 3, for those that don't know, which if you're a true comic book person, you know how comics work, but Volume 3 is basically all the latest 6 issues into one book. Instead of picking up all of them each time, you could get the one book and call it a day. It is cheaper, but also if you're impatient like me, you just get both, because that's what you do when you're obsessed with a comic book. Anyway, the biggest fashion disaster in comics is back. Fashion blogger Lottie Person just wants to live up to her online persona, but why does real life just have to be so hard? And that's really it for this week. I know, it's short, it's sweet, but it's better than nothing, guys. I will take what I can get when it's a good one. So, I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and then I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye!